The world isn't at war, but it's closer than many people realize. When we think of a world war, we picture something like World War I or II, with huge armies clashing and declarations of war. But the path to global conflict in the 21st century looks very different. Today, several major crises are unfolding at the same time, and the world's most powerful nations are involved in almost all of them. It's like a dangerous web where one wrong move could trigger a massive chain reaction. The United States, Russia, and China are all deeply entangled in these disputes, either directly or by backing different sides. This overlap is what makes our current situation so unstable. A major turning point was the war in Ukraine. This wasn't just a regional conflict. It completely shook the global balance of power. It led to a massive realignment of alliances, with countries picking sides and strengthening their military ties. Nations across the globe, especially in Europe, dramatically increased their defense spending. For the first time in decades, the idea of a direct clash between Russia and NATO went from being a historical what-if to a terrifyingly real possibility. The war has normalized a level of international tension that we haven't seen since the Cold War. At the same time, the Middle East is a powder keg. The long-standing tensions between powers like Israel and Iran, along with their various allied groups, are constantly threatening to boil over. A small skirmish here could easily escalate into a full-blown regional war, and because of the strategic importance of the Middle East, especially its oil, global superpowers would inevitably be drawn in. The United States has military bases and deep alliances in the region, while Russia and China have also been increasing their influence. A conflict there wouldn't stay contained for long. Then there's the flashpoint over Taiwan. Many analysts agree that this is one of the most dangerous geopolitical issues on the planet. China views Taiwan as a breakaway province and has made it clear that it is prepared to use force to achieve reunification. The United States, on the other hand, has a policy of strategic ambiguity but is committed to helping Taiwan defend itself. An invasion or even a miscalculation in the Taiwan Strait could instantly trigger a war between the two biggest economies and militaries in the world, with devastating consequences for the entire globe. If you look at the actions of governments, not just their words, the signs are even more alarming. All around the world, countries are in a new arms race. Defense budgets are soaring. Nations are developing and testing next-generation weapons. And we have to remember that modern warfare isn't just fought on the battlefield. It's already happening in other domains. We are living in an era of constant cyber warfare, where hackers backed by states target critical infrastructure, from power grids to financial systems. Economic warfare is also a major tool. We see this with sanctions, trade wars, and battles over control of key technologies like microchips. These actions are designed to weaken rivals without firing a single shot, but they poison international relations and create an atmosphere of perpetual conflict. Perhaps the most worrying trend of all is the breakdown of diplomacy. The trust between major powers is at an all-time low. International treaties are being abandoned. Communication channels are shutting down, and peace negotiations often fail before they even begin. When diplomacy fails, the risk of miscalculation skyrockets. Without open dialogue, a small accident or a misunderstanding can quickly spiral out of control, leading to a conflict that nobody initially wanted but nobody can stop. It's in this environment of distrust and silence that the biggest mistakes in history are often made. World War may not have started yet, but history shows it often begins long before the first shot is fired. The next part is coming. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss it.